Everybody, MOSI beat out every other museum in Florida for the exclusive premiere of MythBusters, the explosive exhibition. It's based on Discovery Channel's hit show. Among the reasons, MOSI is among the largest devoted to math and sciences. And space is certainly something that they need for this exhibition. They brought in airplanes, canoes. They've even created a rain tunnel. They brought in some real props from the show. And this weekend, our Sean Daly gave viewers an exclusive sneak peek. And come Friday, everyone can see it, can touch it, can test it, can feel it for themselves. Joining us with more in our studios, we want to welcome the Director of Experience of MOSI. I love that title, Mr. Jeff Easterling. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having me. No, it's a blast.
Why the explosive exhibition? That's quite a challenge. Why that?
I mean, well, to bring MythBusters in general is not only just awesome for the museum, but it's really great for the Bay Area and for people who are just enthusiastic about science. But one of the neatest things, in all honesty, about the show and the exhibition is, I mean, we've had countless really awesome exhibitions kind of come through our doors at the museum, but this one has a neat flair because not only is it just cool science and what it's doing, but the MythBusters are a pop culture icon. Even people who aren't familiar with science or maybe consider themselves a geek or something like that, they're still familiar with the show. And so it's cool for us to be able to, you know, the MythBusters have always been almost like validation for what we do at the museum, because we've always tried to take a very similar vein of looking at science not as just a textbook type thing, but looking at it with both reverence and irreverence, and and thinking that everybody can do this. It's not just something that like you have to be a scientist to do, and it's something that MythBusters is great at.
What's the craziest thing that folks can do when they see MythBusters?
Oh, goodness. Probably the craziest thing, I mean, and we've got stuff all throughout there, and fans of the show will really kind of catch on to some, you know, some little elements that are there. And there, I mean, you can do everything from try to throw a playing card into a dartboard to see how long you can hang off of a ledge. But probably the craziest thing and something that we're looking forward to is guests can actually have the opportunity to volunteer during our live show and see if they can dodge a paintball. So we're actually going to be firing paintballs at our guests and seeing if they can get out of the way. So it's a really neat myth to try to bust, and they're going to be able to help us out.
With that in mind, I have to ask, what's the age group that is, you know, will most benefit?
In all honesty, I mean, it's all ages. It's you know, there are certain things that I think that, you know, maybe a younger crowd or an older crowd will adhere to in the exhibit, but it's something that really kind of captures everybody, and it goes right along with the show. The show kind of, its fan base is huge and varied. You know, you have 9- and 10-year-old kids who can't get enough of it, but then you have senior citizens who love it and who were like, I've always wanted to try that. And I think it's neat because the show is representative of, it's people that aren't scientists necessarily. They're you know, very enthusiastic at it, but they have, you know, special effects backgrounds or engineering, and they're just curious. And that's the big thing is we at MOSI try to encourage that curiosity and to tell everybody that anybody can do this. You know, you can be 5 or 6 years old and be curious and do things. You can be 76 years old and still be just as curious and then do something about it. And so we do that at the museum, and this exhibit is just one more facet of that.
Well, congratulations. This is a huge get.
Thank you.
And if you would like more information on this great exhibition, MythBusters, you can visit MOSI online to get all the details of all the great parts of this exhibition. It takes up the entire space. Visit MOSI.org. Thanks for watching, everybody.